The principle of majority rule dominates the work of the House of Representatives. This means that most questions are decided by a vote of a simple majority, assuming the presence of a quorum. For instance, if all 435 lawmakers vote, the winning margin is at least 218, one more than half of the membership of the House. In cases of a tie vote, House Rule 20, Clause 1C states that a question shall be lost. Some supermajority votes, however, are explicitly specified in the Constitution. Others are created by the House rules under constitutional power, enabling each chamber to determine its own rules of proceedings. Article 1, Section 5, the House may adopt a number of additional supermajorities, sometimes called extraordinary majority requirements. The framers of the Constitution generally favored decision-making by a simple majority vote. On the other hand, they recognize the virtue of supermajority votes in certain circumstances. In Federalist Number 58, James Madison found that supermajority votes could serve as a shield to some particular interest and another obstacle, generally too hasty and partial measures. Alexander Hamilton, too, in Federalist Number 73, highlighted the benefits of requiring an extraordinary majority of each chamber to overturn a president's veto. It establishes a salutary check upon the legislative body, he said, calculated to guard the community against the effects of a fraction participancy or of any impulse unfriendly to the public good which may happen to influence a majority of that body. The original Constitution requires a two-thirds vote of either the House, the Senate, or both in 5 situations. 1, overriding presidential vetoes. 2, voting to convict federal officers in impeachment trials, the Senate. 3, providing advice and consent to treaties, the Senate. 4, expelling members from the House or the Senate. And 5, proposing constitutional amendments. In addition to the 14th Amendment ratified in 1868, this allowed anyone who engaged in insurrection or rebellion from holding any civil or military office unless each house removed this disability by a two-thirds vote. The 25th Amendment, ratified in 1967, addresses the issue of presidential succession and inability. The House and the Senate, by two-thirds votes of each chamber, may determine that the president is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office. Supermajority under House rules. The House has 3 rules that require a two-thirds vote of the members voting. A quorum being present to pass legislation. Rule 15, Clause 1 requires a two-thirds vote to suspend the rules of the House. Rule 15, Clause 5 requires two-thirds vote to dispense with the call of the private calendar on the first or third Tuesday of the month. Rule 13, Clause 6A requires a two-thirds vote to consider a special rule on the same day that the Rules Committee reports it. This requirement does not apply during the last 3 days of a session. The House may amend its rules by a simple majority, including House rules that mandate supermajority votes. In addition, the rules of the House may be waived through means such as adopting a special rule from the Rules Committee. By contrast, to amend the Constitution, Article 5 requires supermajority votes in both the House and the Senate, plus ratification by 3/5 of the states.